Do you feel like you're walking through a constant, thick brain fog? Do you struggle with low energy and a complete lack of focus? No matter how much you sleep or how much coffee you drink, you've probably been told to just try harder or be more disciplined. You've blamed yourself thinking something is wrong with your motivation or your willpower. But what if I told you it's not your fault? A huge piece of the puzzle might be hidden inflammation, which can be triggered by the very foods our modern environment has trained us to crave. In this video, we're going to expose how certain foods can be a major factor in sabotaging your brain and your hormones, and I'll give you a simple, powerful plan to fight back and reclaim your energy and focus. Let's be honest, it feels like a daily battle. You wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all. You sit down to work and your brain just won't switch on. Words are on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite grasp them. You read the same paragraph 3 times. That's the brain fog. Then comes the energy crash. Around 3 p.m., you hit a wall so hard you feel like you need a nap under your desk. You reach for another coffee or a sugary snack for a temporary lift, knowing it's a cycle that will only repeat tomorrow. For many men, there's another more personal layer to this. A decline in drive, a lack of vitality, and physical changes you can't quite explain. This can be a sign of low testosterone, a hormone crucial for energy, mood, and confidence. You go to the doctor and maybe they run some basic tests. They tell you you're fine, that your levels are within range, and that maybe you should just reduce stress or get more sleep. But you know something is fundamentally wrong. You feel like a shadow of your former self, and the worst part is the feeling that it must be your own doing. That feeling of personal failure is exhausting, but I'm here to tell you to let it go. Because a major culprit could be hiding in plain sight, on your plate and in your pantry. So, how food is fueling the fire? A major piece of the puzzle isn't your willpower, it's chronic low-grade inflammation. Think of it like a small fire that never goes out inside your body. This fire can be constantly fed by something most of us eat every single day: ultra-processed foods. What are ultra-processed foods, or UPFs? These aren't just foods that come in a package. They are industrial formulations made from substances extracted from foods or synthesized in labs. Think sugary sodas, packaged snacks, fast food, most breakfast cereals, and processed meats. If it has a long list of ingredients you can't pronounce, it's probably a UPF. These products are often engineered by food scientists to be hyper-palatable. They are designed to hit a perfect combination of salt, sugar, and fat. That makes them incredibly rewarding to your brain, which can encourage you to eat more than you normally would. This isn't just food. It's a product designed to be so appealing it's hard to stop. When you eat a diet high in these foods, your body can respond in a way that promotes systemic inflammation. This isn't the acute inflammation you get from an injury. It's a constant, smoldering fire that can damage your cells over time. This inflammation doesn't just stay in your gut. When it affects the brain, it's called neuroinflammation. Research strongly suggests this process can disrupt communication between brain cells and impair the hippocampus, your brain's memory center, contributing to the brain fog and cognitive issues you're experiencing. In fact, some studies show that even a short-term high-sugar, high-fat Western-style diet may impair memory and appetite control in healthy young adults. And what about your hormones? That same inflammatory process can wreak havoc on your endocrine system. Research shows a strong link. Men who eat pro-inflammatory diets high in refined carbs and sugars have a significantly higher risk of testosterone deficiency. This inflammation can disrupt the very signals that tell your body to produce testosterone, effectively draining your vitality at the source. So to be clear, the brain fog isn't just you being lazy. The low energy isn't a lack of motivation. They can be a biological response to a food environment that is working against you. Now, if you identify as neurodivergent, if you have ADHD, autism, or just know your brain is wired differently, this might be a particularly vicious cycle for you. Neurodivergent individuals may start with a different baseline. Some studies suggest that people with conditions like ADHD may be more prone to insufficiencies in key brain essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, and B vitamins, the building blocks for neurotransmitters that regulate focus and mood. Here's where the trap is set. Many neurodivergent people also struggle with sensory sensitivities and selective eating. The textures, smells, or tastes of whole foods can be overwhelming. What feels safe and predictable? Often, it's the bland, consistent, and highly processed foods. pasta, chicken nuggets, chips, and sugary snacks. These are the exact UPFs that are linked with inflammation and contain few of the essential nutrients the brain is asking for. It's a devastating 1-2 punch. Your brain may already have higher nutritional demands, and the safe foods you might be drawn to can actively promote inflammation, potentially making symptoms of inattention, emotional dysregulation, and brain fog significantly worse. It's a vicious cycle where the food can worsen the symptoms, and the symptoms can lead you to crave the very food that's part of the problem. This is not a lack of discipline. It's a challenging biological and neurological feedback loop. This information can feel overwhelming, but knowledge is the first step to taking back control. And to help you do that, I've put together a simple one-page guide, the Brain Rescue Blueprint. It lists the top 5 inflammatory food types to reduce and the top 10 brain-boosting foods to add to your diet. It's completely free. You can download it using the link in the description below. It's a simple roadmap to get you started on this journey today. So how do we put out the fire? You don't need a complicated, restrictive diet. You just need a simple, powerful strategy. I call it the Fight Back Plan. It has 3 steps. Starve the fire, add the firefighters, and rebuild the foundation. The first and most crucial step is to stop adding fuel to the fire. This means identifying and drastically reducing the main sources of inflammation in your diet. There are 3 categories to focus on immediately: sugary drinks and refined sugars. This is public enemy number 1. Sodas, energy drinks, and sweetened coffees are liquid sugar that can send inflammation skyrocketing. Check labels for hidden sugars in sauces, dressings, and yogurts. Industrial seed oils, oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil are found in almost all processed foods. They are incredibly high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s aren't inherently bad, our modern diet has thrown the ratio with anti-inflammatory omega-3s completely out of whack, a state which is linked to promoting inflammation. Ultra-processed grains. I'm talking about the fluffy white bread, sugary breakfast cereals, and packaged pastries. These are stripped of their nutrients and fiber, and they can act just like sugar in your body. You don't have to be perfect. Start by eliminating one category. The goal is progress, not perfection. So how do we put out the fire? You don't need a complicated, restrictive diet. You just need a simple, powerful strategy. I call it the Fight Back Plan. It has 3 steps. Starve the fire, add the firefighters, and rebuild the foundation. The first and most crucial step is to stop adding fuel to the fire. This means identifying and drastically reducing the main sources of inflammation in your diet. There are 3 categories to focus on immediately: sugary drinks and refined sugars. This is public enemy number 1. Sodas, energy drinks, and sweetened coffees are liquid sugar that can send inflammation skyrocketing. Check labels for hidden sugars in sauces, dressings, and yogurts. Industrial seed oils, oils like soybean, corn, and sunflower oil are found in almost all processed foods. They are incredibly high in omega-6 fatty acids. While omega-6s aren't inherently bad, our modern diet has thrown the ratio with anti-inflammatory omega-3s completely out of whack, a state which is linked to promoting inflammation. Ultra-processed grains. I'm talking about the fluffy white bread, sugary breakfast cereals, and packaged pastries. These are stripped of their nutrients and fiber, and they can act just like sugar in your body. You don't have to be perfect. Start by eliminating one category. The goal is progress, not perfection. The feeling of being trapped in a fog, of running on empty, of not feeling like yourself, it's not a personal failure. It can be a biological response to a food environment filled with products that are actively working against you. The fatigue, the lack of focus, and the low vitality are not your fault. You may have been fighting the wrong enemy. You've been blaming yourself when you should be looking at your food. But now you have the knowledge and you have a plan. Start small. Pick one thing from the Fight Back Plan and implement it this week. Maybe you'll swap your morning cereal for eggs. Maybe you'll cut out soda. Each small victory is a step toward putting out the fire, clearing the fog, and rebuilding your body and brain from the inside out. You have the power to change how you feel. If this message resonated with you, please subscribe and turn on notifications. More importantly, share your story in the comments. What's the one change you're going to make this week? Let's build a community of people taking back control of their health together. Thank you for watching.